Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission...
Captain Patterson reports the Republic...
The Republic is on.
Main computer banks. They appear to have been damaged. Main computer bank. The view screen is not functioning.
Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery power. Only life support and essential systems are currently running. Captain, records indicate that this ship was attacked by a Constitution-class starship.
Any idea of which one it was?
I am reading a record of the transponder signal, NCC-1701. It's the Enterprise, Captain.
Someone must have tampered with the computer records.
May I remind you, Doctor, that the main computer of a Constitution-class starship has safeguards against such an intrusion. Furthermore, I do not see any discrepancies in any of the files that I am able to access. Nothing to report, Captain. My tricorder has picked up the final entry of the Republic.
We're under attack. Our sensors are inoperative. We're trying to get shields up. Our rear deflector's down. It appears our enemy is a Constitution-class starship. We've tried to defend ourselves. We've hailed them, but no response.
That's all there is, Captain.
Dick Patterson was never one for making long speeches.
They're dead, Jim. All of them. There's nothing there required. They're dead, Jim. All of them. They're dead, Jim. All of them. We're too late. This man must have died just a few moments ago.
Can you bring him back?
Punctured lung, nerve damage, brain damage, fractured arm and ribs. It's a miracle he lasted as long as he did. He's not coming back, Jim.
You get no response.
What kind of a butcher would do this sort of thing?
Captain, I believe we have exhausted all our options concerning data retrieval here on the bridge.
I feel sick.
Dick Patterson and I weren't exactly friends, but this...
Yet another crewman of the Republic whose life was unfairly abbreviated. A molecular saw, the 23rd century equivalent of a hacksaw. This door leads to auxiliary control. You retrieve the molecular saw.
There's nothing more I can do. I'd like to meet the people responsible for this and give them a piece of my mind.
You'll get your chance, Bones, I promise.
I'm not in a talking mood right now, sir.
The Starfleet engineers did their work well, Captain. A surprising amount of the ship is intact.
Too bad you can't say the same for the crew.
Readings of the door indicate a jam in the gear mechanism. The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct. Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation's standard molecular bonding cement.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do.
The panel has been fastened shut with some kind of sealant. Nothing happens. The molecular saw will not penetrate a security door. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Save new game. Replace previous.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
The crewman's death was pointless, just like too many deaths in human history. There is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2. This door leads to sickbay.
The debris appears quite unstable. Any disturbances may trigger an avalanche of debris to fall.
Sir, I really don't think we should try and mess with that debris. We may bring the whole thing down on us.
I'm a doctor, not a coal miner. This person's dead, Jim.
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
At least she's still alive, although just barely. She's suffering from severe trauma and internal bleeding. I'll see what I can do.
Do what you can, Bones. I need to find out what happened here.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good. She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried. He's dead, Jim. I can't bring him back.
Nothing to report, Captain.
This medical drill fires a microscopic phaser beam. You retrieve the medical drill.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
A common tritanium duranium support beam which has snapped away from the hull. The molecular saw easily cuts through the beam, separating it from the hull. You pick up the beam. It's a little heavy, but you manage it. You pick up the empty hypodermic injector.
No, you won't get us.
Maratta, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends. I trusted you.
It wasn't the Enterprise, Maratta.
There's nothing more I can do.
This is a length of heavy-duty insulated power cable. This door leads to Turbolift 2.
Captain, it is critical that we gain access to this turbo lift. It is our only means of exploring the rest of this ship.
I thought you were a science officer, not a tour guide.
You have taken the cable. There is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2.
Turbo lift ahead, Captain.
Damn this tricorder. Why couldn't one of them be alive?
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no way to safely clear out the debris without a replacement.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
The ceiling appears stable. We should now be able to use Turbolift 2, Captain.
Save new game. Save new game. Replace This door leads to the transporter room. A large piece of equipment has fallen through the ceiling. The area looks extremely unstable. Fortunately, the entry to the transporter room is near. This man is dead. A large piece of equipment has fallen through the ceiling. The area
I do not see the need for conversation, Captain. Humans have an irrational enjoyment of endless discourse.
I'd like to meet the people responsible for this and give them a piece of my mind.
It does get better than this, doesn't it, Captain?
I haven't seen anything this bad since I was aboard the Farragut. And this vampire cloud...
These sliders activate the transporter systems. This is the transporter chamber. The pads do not seem to be damaged. These are the power conduits for the transporter system.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Surprisingly, the transporter controls have escaped damage. Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. I fail to see the... The impulse engines are not generating any power for this system.
I certainly see nothing there calling for ships. I certainly see nothing. This person's dead, Jim.
Captain, I'm picking up a functioning energy source in the immediate vicinity.
This door leads to main engineering. These ladders are used when turbolifts are unavailable. Unfortunately, it is blocked by debris and a small smoldering fire.
This corridor seems to have been particularly damaged. There have been hull breaches on the deck below.
I will monitor the situation, Mr. Spock. I can use the distraction. Is there a question, Captain?
I can't say that I'm very talkative right now.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. I'm picking up a high-energy power source somewhere under the debris. I recommend caution, Captain.
Save new game. Replace
I'm picking up a high-energy...
He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
No life forms present, Jim. I'm picking up some kind of energy reading, though. This person's dead, Jim.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Doctor. It is a portable fusion power pack.
A few centimeters lower with that phaser and half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam...
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
You pick up the portable fusion power pack. You fail to obtain anything. This is a junction box used for temporary rerouting of engineering circuits.
This is an engineering circuit junction box. It is used for temporary rerouting of power. Without using one of these devices set to the proper impedance, an overload can occur.
Nothing happens. This is a standard storage closet. These are the impulse engines for the Republic. This man is dead. This is the fusion mixture regulator for the Republic's impulse engines. The closet opens, revealing a library of engineering technical journals. This is a canister of high-grade multipurpose oil, very useful for lubricating machinery. The oil canister is bolted to the hull and can't be taken. You take the engineering technical journals. The hypo is now filled with multipurpose oil.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Captain, this is the fusion mixture regulator for the impulse engines. There is currently no power running to it. The impulse engines are intact, Captain. We could use the fusion reactors from the impulse engines to restore power, but the lines have been severed to the power regulator.
Can we reroute the power lines?
We should be able to, Captain, if we can find a suitable supply of power cable. We will need to route the power through a junction box so we can set an impedance level. A direct connection to the regulator would cause an overload. This is an engineering circuit junction box. It is used for temporary rerouting of power. Without using one of these devices set to the proper impedance, an overload can occur.
This is a length of heavy-duty insulated power cable. Save new game. Replace. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You connect a length of cable between the impulse engine and the junction box.
There has been a .0003 degradation in hull integrity in the last hour. There should be no danger, Captain.
Remind me to compliment Mr. Scott on the efficiency of his engineering section.
Given that Mr. Scott has received a Starfleet citation on 5 occasions for efficiency, I do not see the logic in your suggestion, Doctor.
Tragic, Captain. This is one of the greatest disasters in Starfleet history.
This is the emergency power input port for the fusion mixture regulator.
Turbolift access is blocked by an extremely high radiation level.
These are the power conduits for the transporter system. You fail to obtain anything. A large piece of equipment has fallen through the ceiling. The area looks A large piece of equipment has fallen through. This is a length of heavy-duty insulated power cable. You pick up a length of cable. You connect a length of cable between the regulator circuits in the junction box. Save new game. Replace
Please select an impedance.
Spock? Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactors to melt down. We will have to do some research to determine the correct setting. There has been a .0.
You get no response.
Remind me to compliment Mr.
Given that Mr. This turbo lift cannot reach that area of
The drill easily breaks through the seal of the panel. The panel opens easily. A knot of debris is jamming the gear mechanism. The debris is jammed in too tight.
The Starfleet engineers did their work well, Captain.
Too bad you can't.
The oil seeps into and loosens the debris. The gears are completely cleared of debris. The gear mechanism for the door is now fully functional. This door leads to auxiliary control.
Nothing to report, Captain.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power.
This input-output slot for the record decks is still functional, Captain. The impulse power allocation controls are functional, but there is no power available, Captain.
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single Starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
These are the auxiliary helm and...
Nothing to report.
The auxiliary control room view screen is still operating. It is displaying a view of empty space. These are the auxiliary helm. This is the impulse power allocation control. Indicators currently show no power output from the impulse engines. These are Federation standard record decks.
Nothing to report, Captain.
You take the record decks. This is a set of engineering technical journals. These are Federation standard record decks.
Captain's log, stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardain system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate. Captain's log, stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector. Captain's log, stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck.
Captain's log stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us. Captain Patterson has been mortally wounded. We have sustained major damage to all systems. Impulse power is out. We cannot understand why.
There are no more log decks, Captain. Captain, I have examined the engineering journals. According to Chapter 18, we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain. I have memorized all pertinent data, Captain. There is no need to re-examine the journals.
I'm a doctor, not a computer scientist.
Enterprise here. We're still tracking the distress call. Are you all right, sir?
Yes, Uhura. Just wanted a status report. Kirk out. Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship.
Thank goodness for...
I'm a doctor, not a...
Enterprise.
Yes, Uhura.
You failed to obtain...
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship?
There is
We don't have...
Unless we can...
That's just...
Correct, Doctor.
Thank goodness for parallel...
Spock, what is the situation with the impulse engines?
There is currently no power to be allocated from the engines.
You see the dead body of Brittany. Her life was cut short, and you won't stop until you find the persons responsible.
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now been restored, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. This is an engineering circuit. Nothing to report.
These are the impulse engines for the Republic.
Spock, what is the situation with the impulse engines?
The main computer is too badly damaged to actively control the power circuits.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console. Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Captain, look! An Alassi ship.
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields. With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons. Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Alassi captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks. Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time. The controls are smashed.
Maybe I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
This turbo lift cannot reach that area. Turbo lift access is blocked by an extremely high radiation level.
Spock, would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic in using it at this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of range for transport. I fail to see the logic. This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic in using it at this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of range for transport. I fail to see the... Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter. This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic in using it at this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of range for transport.
Save new game.
Jim, since we do not have what they want, I don't think it's a good idea to contact them until we are able to defend ourselves.
They are jamming all frequencies, Captain. We will not be able to contact the Enterprise. With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control,
Weapons. Shields. Transporter circuits.
Captain, the Elassie can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us if we lower them.
Spock, what about the fusion power pack? Could we use it to power the transporter?
I believe so, Captain. It would require a connection to the transporter circuits in the main control console. I fail to see the logic in that. This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic in using it at this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of range for transport. I fail to see the logic. I fail to see the logic. Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter.
Spock, please check out the transporter.
Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter.
Spock, please check out the
Captain, there are no coordinates.
Spock, please check out.
This unit is fully functional. This is the only access to the torpedo bay, Captain. Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter.
Spock, please check out the
Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter. This unit is fully functional. Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter. Captain, there are no coordinates set. Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter.
This is the fire control for the photon torpedoes.
This is the photon torpedo launching control.
There is no response.
This is the photon torpedo launch.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
There is no power allocated to the weapon system, Captain. This is the photon torpedo.
He looks at you with a puzzled He looks at you. He looks at you.
Captain, there are no coordinates. This unit is fully functional. Captain, there are no coordinates set.
Spock, please check out the transport.
Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter. Fascinating. A cloaked Elassie.
I'm not one to overlook strategic implications, Mr. Spock, but we can save that for another time.
Cloaked Elassie. I wonder who the old friend they mentioned is.
I don't know, Bones.
Captain, do you suppose the Elassie might have used cloaking technology to project a false image of a ship the Republic would trust?
That is beyond the Elassie's capabilities, Ensign.
This is the fire control for the photon torpedoes. These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power. There is no response. There is no response.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for...
This is the auxiliary ship damage display. Red flashing damage indicators dominate its surface. This is the auxiliary... This is the fire control for the photon...
This is the photon torpedo launching control.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the... He looks at you with a... He looks at you with a puzzled... He looks at you with a puzzled expression. He looks at you...
I certainly see nothing there calling for it. I certainly see nothing.
It would not be prudent to remove the tricorder at this time, Captain. Doing so will cause the shields to shut down and allow the Elassie to beam a boarding party over.
This is the fire control for the photon... A red flashing light is currently indicating a jam in the torpedo loading mechanism.
Captain, the torpedo loading system is malfunctioning. To clear it, we will have to physically examine the mechanism. Currently, all turbolift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a hull breach. It is imperative that we get the weapons online. Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been set to the photon torpedo loading bay. I fail to see the lot.
Ensign Keege, I want you to beam into the torpedo bay and unjam the loading mechanism. If you don't succeed, we'll all be on permanent shore leave in an Elassie jail.
I'll do my best, sir.
Do it, Spock.
I've reached the torpedo loading bay, Captain. It's not too badly damaged, fortunately.
What's causing the malfunction in the loading mechanism?
The inner loading door is stuck in a closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle has begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The doors open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back, Spock.
There is no need to go back to the torpedo bay, Captain. I can assure you that it is unjammed.
Save new game. Replace
They are jamming all frequencies, Captain. We will not be able to contact the Enterprise.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's subspace transmitter is out. Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data.
You better step on it, Kirk. You only have a few minutes left.
This is the photon torpedo.
There is no response.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control?
There is no power allocated.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the...
There is no power allocated to the weapons system, Captain.
There is no response. There is no response.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Captain, the...
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust...
Not yet. We're having trouble access... Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's subspace transmitter is out. Not yet. We're having trouble access...
You better step on it. Well, Captain Kirk.
Not yet. We're having trouble access... Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's...
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power. Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassie ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device, Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another ship nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with them. Scotty, beam us back. We need to find that ship that attacked the Republic.
Aye, Captain.
Captain's log, stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you judge an entire culture. I understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Vardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Sensors indicate it is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Burdell of the Verdane Defense Force. You do remember me, don't you, Captain?
I remember you. 10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship? You have 10 seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire. You won't get away with this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation. How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
Our intelligence network is better than yours, Captain. How else does one gather secret information?
You are a member of the Federation. You have signed Federation treaties.
And we shall break them. The Federation's interference in our internal affairs is intolerable.
You must have been building that ship long before the Turgan crisis.
Captain, all wars require justification. They aren't supposed to be fun. You have your justification and I have mine. Don't take diplomacy so seriously.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Burdell.
I have noted that the Federation enjoys talking, Captain. You may talk yourself to your grave. Prepare to be destroyed.
Arming weapons. Raising shields.
Save new game. Replace.
There are several Alassi ships closing rapidly along with our twin. It seems Burdell has called up reinforcements.
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of previously saved.
several Elassie
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of previously...
There are several Elassie ships closing.
The Enterprise has been... Load of previous...
There are several Elassie ships.
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are off. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of previously saved game.
There are several Elassie.
Aye, sir. The shields are falling! Our weapons are offline! Our weapons are offline!
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of previously...
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline! Our weapons are offline!
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of previously...
There are several Elassie
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of pre...
There are several Elassie.
Aye, sir.
Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved...
There are some... Save new game.
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been load a previously saved game.
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously...
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise load a pre...
Shields are falling! Our weapons are off, Our weapons are off. Our weapons are offline. Aye, sir.
The Enterprise load a previously saved...
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
The Enterprise has been disloaded pre...
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has blown a previous... The Enterprise has been blown a pre...
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has blown a previous...
Aye, sir. The shields are falling! Our weapons are off! Our weapons are off! Our weapons are offline! The shields are falling! Our weapons are off! Our weapons are off!
The Enterprise has blown a pre...
Our weapons are offline! Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been blown a pre... The Enterprise has blown a...
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been blown a previously set...
There are several Elasi. There are several Elasi ships closing rapidly along with our... There are several Elasi ships closing rapidly along... There are...
The Enterprise has blown a previously set.
A weapon talk. A weapon.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load of pre. The Enterprise load of pre.
Aye, sir.
The shields are...
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved. Restart the game. Quit the game. Load a previous...
There are several Elasi.
A weapon talk. The shields are falling. A weapon talk. The shields are falling. A weapon talk.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved... Load a previously saved game. The Enterprise has loaded... The Enterprise has loaded previously...
There are several Elasi ships.
offline. Our weapons are off. Our weapons are... Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are...
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved...
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are...
The Enterprise has blown a previously...
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
The Enterprise has been destroyed.